Welcome back to Craving Cars. I'm Corey, and today we are here with a special guest, and we're going to be talking about a few topics that were discussed at the auto show. We're going to be covering a few things like practicality, wagons versus SUVs, and of course we're going to cover some of the new things that came out in 2019 at the KC Auto Show. And of course, hey, our special guests will be making their picks of their three choices of cars out of the subjects, the categories from which we picked at the auto show. Now, without further ado, our special guest.
He's not here.
What do you mean he's not here?
Couldn't make it. He's broken.
Right. Oh, I see. Hold on. And of course, here we are with our special guest. That's Phil.
Yeah, it's Phil from KC.
You guys should know Phil from some previous videos. If not, then you need to go back and watch those previous videos, and then you'll get to know Phil. But Phil, of course, is disabled at the moment. He's broken, and he's eventually going to get fixed again. He's got to go through a lot of stuff, had surgery. So unfortunately, you're going to miss some car stuff. But hey, that's why we're here. And we got some man notes, and we're here to go over some auto show stuff that, you didn't get a chance to, and actually to maybe talk about a little bit more subjects that we didn't get too much detail on during the show itself. So,
yeah, in a nutshell, I really hate missing the show. I wish I could be there. I was just 2 days out of surgery, so getting out of my chair. Long story short, so now we're here.
Yes.
But I get to experience it that you all do the show. What happened at the 2019 KC Auto Show.
And we got some subjects we're going to talk about here, and I want to talk to you about and see what your thought is on this. And first subject that we're going to get into today is going to be practicality. And what we're going to get into on that subject is practicality. It's not just an all-out practicality of all cars and all things, but we're going to talk SUVs here just a little bit here.
Perfect.
Now, what is it that we like about SUVs so much? Why is it that we buy so many? What are the main reasons that people buy SUVs? What do you think?
Oh yeah,
space.
We definitely the space.
So now we're getting to that practicality.
Yeah,
so
we have the third row seating.
So seating, that's a big one because typically there's a lot of SUVs that can seat more people.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And obviously space. So cargo space.
Cargo space.
So practicality on that. What else? So I think we were kind of talking about before hitting the potholes.
Yeah, hitting the potholes.
Or having that rougher. So kind of a more rugged vehicle, which means bigger wheels, greater ground clearance, things like that, right?
Yeah,
would you say those kind of cover the main?
I think that's pretty much it. You got the ruggedness, you got the all-wheel drive transmission, you got the space in the vehicle, and then outside of that, you're really not buying it for performance.
Went to look at this at the auto show, and it's just something that kind of clicked. I was talking with someone else about it, of course, and why can't you get the same job done that an SUV does that you can't do with a wagon, but even do the job better? We're going to talk to Steve here about wagons. And some people might think, hey, there's something wrong with you for buying a wagon, but to be honest, are they not more practical than an SUV?
Wagons are way more practical than an SUV. There's no backroom space in the smaller SUVs to haul anything. Right.
And they actually look pretty cool, do they not?
Yeah, they're nice looking. They did a great job with this Buick. I love the color.
I like Steve's point where
and then he'll ask me to
fill this up with stuff and then try to put it in an SUV over there and good luck.
Well, look at this. This is a Denali. Looking at the back seat, you laid the seats down.
And it's the same as what
It's the same configuration as the Buick Tour wagon, and there's more room in the wagon than there is in this Denali.
So what is it that makes an SUV an SUV? It's not sporty. They're not as utilitarian as some cars, but they are a vehicle. So they're just a V. So if you have people in it, you got about as much storage back here as a two-door Wrangler, which is not much.
Yeah, or a Miata.
Okay, Steve just had a good point to me that I just, for some reason, wasn't even thinking about. Is that, so we folded the seats down, which, okay, they're very, very, very easy, very simple, and we can pull them right back up. Like so. Real simple, okay? But you put the seats down, so you have the cargo space, which is still probably smaller than the wagon, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it only seats 4 people instead of 5 like the wagon.
Why would you not want the wagon?
That's a pretty good question.
Because my look on it is wagons were typically known as probably the first actual utility vehicles. You had seating, you had cargo space. That's what they were until someone decided to put the wagon and the truck into one.
Tell us what you guys think in the comments, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that button down there, hang out with us, and tell us what you think about, the conversations we're having. We'd love to have the input of what y'all think, too.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I think not only wagons are more sporty, but I believe a wagon has more utility space usable than an SUV. Then typically, now we're also comparing wagons against your smaller to mid-size SUVs. I feel like wagons are more practical. I feel like the seating is not only more comfortable, but the seating is probably more spacious, more leg room.
Yeah.
Than a lot of SUVs I've been in. Like we're also referring to like back row seating kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm team wagon.
Yeah, and I would be too. Like I said, when you have a family, it's a combined choice. I mean, you also get the gas mileage, and then you also get the better tread wear in your tires. I mean, you get in these bigger SUV vehicles, they really do beat up on these tires. You have these hybrid on-road, off-road tires, and they tend not to last as long. They're more expensive, right? I mean, so with all practicality, you're absolutely right.
But I look at it and I don't see the trend as much on why SUVs are as popular as they are, when I think wagons are just better. We're done with the first subject. Intermission time. Talk amongst yourselves. Take a break. Go tinkle if you need to. Let's discuss the auto show a little bit. I mean, that's why we're here. I mean,
So how was it? Was the show good this year?
Auto show was great. I mean, auto show is always a fun time. I mean, obviously, if you've never been, you definitely need to go.
Yeah.
But it's so nice you see a lot of really cool things.
You get to
walking
get in
around.
really comfy cars. Like
Yeah, you really get to check them out.
ATS-V.
Yeah, it's wasn't there this year though.
ATS-V.
They no, it wasn't there either.
Okay, all right. What about the Subaru, the WRX, man?
The Subaru was Subaru. No, hold on. No, WRX wasn't there. The STI wasn't there either.
Oh,
No.
okay. What about Polestar package stuff?
Oh yeah, the Volvo, the Polestar stuff, because we were actually talking about wagons, and yeah, those are really cool. Weren't there? Volvo kind of. Wasn't.
What about Mini Cooper and all their like awesome paint schemes?
Man, they got so many combinations and
I love
stuff,
seeing that stuff.
and they're Mini wasn't there at all.
Okay. BMW, like M2.
Oh yeah, the M2? No, not the M2.
The M3? The M4?
No, not the M4 either.
M5? The M6? The Ford GTS?
Nice, but no.
Oh man, what a drag.
Actually, BMW wasn't even there.
Oh man.
I just deliberately wasted your time.
I'm so sorry. What about Nissan? How'd they do this year?
Nissan had a good presence. I mean, they had a lot of cars there.
They're bringing the 370Z.
Yeah, like the Nismo. Remember when the Nismo we see?
I love that car.
No, wasn't there.
What about the GTR?
GTR's pretty dang sweet too. I always loved that. I would have loved to have seen it if it was there, but it wasn't.
Oh man.
No GTR.
Okay, Corvette. Corvette ZR1.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on,
Corvette's always
bring
bring the brand new ZR1 with the 755 horsepower.
Is that nice?
Was missing.
Oh, what about the Z06?
The Z06 was a good choice. That wasn't there either. Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, well, I'm a Shelby fan. This is the first
Shelby.
place we ever seen a Shelby, so
Yep.
I'm sure Ford showed up and had a good showing.
Oh yeah, Ford showed up and
had the GT500
and the GT500 that was gonna wasn't there. That was supposed to be.
Okay, what about the 350 GT? Come on, man.
Oh, at least seeing because they're still going to be doing that one, of course, and
Of
then a
course.
model that
It's
wasn't.
been killing it.
Yeah, it's not there. Yeah, let's go.
All right. Well, when it makes up for it all, you go and you see the Toyota Supra in person for once.
Oh, that's right.
God.
That's right. Yes,
Yeah,
because
come
they're bringing
on.
the Supra back. Yes.
Fantastic.
Not at the show though. They're not bringing it back to the chip. The Supra wasn't there.
I'm walking out.
But speaking of course, new things. Let's talk about some new stuff. What was new at the show? Let's check it out. So let's get into some new stuff. I mean, obviously, we were missing a lot of things on the performance-oriented things, and there was a few places like, or manufacturers like BMW, Mini, Volvo. So, but anyways, on the new things. So you want to hear about some new stuff?
Yeah, tell me what's going on.
I'm just gonna jump right to probably one of my more favorite ones because I'm kind of a fan of it. But the Jeep Gladiator was there. They had the Jeep Gladiator, the new Wrangler truck that they've been talking about for like 15 years of saying we're gonna bring a truck, and they never have.
You own two of them, so
That's my one non-car thing.
But seeing it, watching some reviews, I mean, it's a heck of a
It looks
gem.
good from about every single angle
It
that
really
I look at
does.
it. Looking at it from the back, looking at it from the front, the sides, the amount of space, the quality that was put behind it. Obviously, we'll try to get more around it and stuff, and take a future look at it in the future, of course, with it. And maybe
Yeah.
gonna take one out.
I think it just has that look that's going to go through the generations. It's never going to get old. It wouldn't be a bad decision. I mean, you can get you in and out of anything. Your family can ride in it. Adults comfortably fit in the back. You say you had plenty of knee clearance.
In my seating position, which I'm fairly tall,
6'2".
yeah, I could still sit in the back seat and my knees wouldn't touch. Now, I did not get the same experience out of any of the other mid-sized trucks I sat in. I was my legs were at the back seat, and probably not the most comfortable. On a short trip, fine, whatever, but on a longer trip would not have been a comfortable thing like I felt in the Jeeps.
Yeah, and the functionality is just off the chart. It's just really every little piece of it's made to do something for you. It's not just made to look good. So I mean,
Yeah,
they've
there's a lot
worked
of
really long and
functionality to it.
hard
A lot
on
of tech.
this
Of
machine.
course, Jeep has added
It's gonna
so
be
much tech to their vehicles
Yeah.
that it's very surprising to see.
It's going to be a flagship model for quite a while. Definitely don't overlook it if you're looking to, if you got a family that's growing and you want something that's fun and
It
you
does
know,
seat
if
5
you're looking
comfortable.
for
You've got
mid-family.
you
Yeah.
that pickup bed or whatever it is. I mean, the Ford Ranger, of course, is new into this. Into America. Technically, the Ranger's been around Europe for a long time still, but I mean, the comparison, you compare the Ford Ranger against any of the other ones, but I mean, the Jeep really stands out.
Yeah, it does.
By a
Those
long
taillights,
shot.
They're going to look great in the dark.
Oh, man,
you
they
see
look
them on the
really
showroom
nice.
floor. It's got like a round LED that goes around the tail light. I mean, it's just
The options they're
gorgeous.
going to have for it, and some of the standard stuff that's already on it. Pricing, of course, wasn't available at the time yet, so we'll get to see. It might be on the higher end of the mid-sized trucks.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest, but I think you get what you pay for, though. I mean, if it's going to be higher than your typical Rangers and your Tacomas and your Frontiers, I have a feeling that it's going to be because you do have a better value then.
absolutely.
But we need to move on. Some of the new
Moving
stuff,
on.
of course, they got there. Now the Camaro isn't new, but it's been redesigned. So
Yeah.
I think I showed you that look. Now, what did you think of that front end? Now, the differences, which I thought was very strange, I don't really need to talk too much about it, but whether you're buying the SS V8 model or the V6, you have two completely different front ends. Like they didn't make. I'm surprised they made two completely different front ends, grills and everything, the bumpers. So now on the front end for you, was it so obviously, you and I would be getting the V8 model.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the one we're really looking. I mean, you can look at the V6 model, and I thought it looked fine, but that's
Yeah.
not the option I'm buying. I wouldn't buy that one either.
No,
So
I don't think so.
I would do that. So your thing is, the front end isn't your cup of tea either. So a lot of people.
In some ways it's over dramatized, and
controversial.
some ways it's under dramatized.
But I mean, there is so Camaro. Yay, nay on the front end on the new one.
I'm pretty neutral about it. I'm looking at it. It's not like it excites me, and I'm thinking, oh, that's great. And then I can't really hate it either. I mean, it's kind of hard to hate a Camaro anyway. I mean, they're very beautiful vehicles, and and Chevrolet has spent a lot of time with them. And for what they're doing for the money, it's really kind of hard to touch. What are we like?
So you're really not. It's not a hate, it's not a love, but you're one of the ones.
I'm pretty neutral. Yeah, I'm
You're
pretty
different
neutral
on
on the front end.
I feel about the same.
Yeah.
The same as you. So.
Yeah.
Now staying on the muscle car track,
Mhm.
they had the Challenger, which is not new either, but they've got the new Scat Pack with the wide
I
body
love
kit.
the look. Oh, I love
What'd
the
you
look.
think
It's
of that?
so aggressive. It's got that old Mad Max look and feel to it. You know, if you go and you look at all the muscle cars and you really want to pick one that's stuck to its roots from the very beginning, I mean, you can definitely pick out the Challenger to its original form. I personally like the look of that over the Camaro.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, from every direction, from the front end, to the side panels.
Especially with that new wide body with the flared fenders.
Absolutely.
305 series tires all the way around.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the fattest tires that Dodge's ever put on a Challenger. Even more so than a Hellcat. Now, last thing, of course, we're gonna bring up on the new segment here. Subject, of course, is the NSX. Is it new? Actually, but they got a new color.
It's the new orange color. What was it called?
Not just orange. It's thermal orange pearl.
Orange pearl.
Now, but how about this now? Have you seen the color now, right?
I've seen it. It's absolutely awesome.
Great color. Now, it's not just some random color that Acura did come up with. It is actually an orange color that's more of a derivative. It's kind of a homage to a racing color that they had in the past. And I don't going to go over the whole story with it, but it was a color they used for that. And because Acura is getting in so much more racing, and they're actually becoming very, very successful with this NSX and racing, that they decided, well, for 2019, let's give a little thank you, a little homage. Let's get a little remembrance to the past of racing when it was at its glory days then. And now they got the orange color, which I don't doubt that they'll probably start making some of the race cars with that orange in there just for that reason. And I'm sure they'll do great because they have been. They've been doing really good. Now, on the new segment, of course, I mean, let us know. What is it you think you would want to see some manufacturer, or what kind of new vehicle would you like, or what kind of new whatever would you like to see in the future? Still was a lot of cool stuff. I know we were missing a lot of things at the auto show, but I mean, there was still a lot of good stuff to go over. There were some new things, of course, that we got to see. Fortunately, you didn't. But at this also show, when we did these, we did our picks, man. Now, of course, obviously, you know how we go to the show. We do everything. It has to be picks from the show.
Yeah.
So we do your picks, whatever cars, and then I can just let you know whether they were there or not. If you've picked all three cars that were at the show, you win a prize.
Oh, really?
Okay? If you miss just one, I gotta kick you in the shin.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna stomp on his foot. Pick your three cars.
I'll
let you know. If they're all there, you win a prize. If they weren't, well, guess what? You just lose.
Okay, so we're going with the Gladiator.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
We're going to go with the 10-speed Mustang 5.0. And third pick, let's go with the Hyundai Genesis sedan.
He doesn't win a thing.
Oh, God. Are you going to tell me Hyundai wasn't there?
Oh, sure they were. But the Genesis wasn't.
Really? Unbelievable.
Well, that's okay. Good picks, of course. Obviously, check out the auto show. You can see what my picks were at.
To be honest with you, the one that I was really looking forward to is actually the BMW M2. That's a heck of a car.
Not there. See, you could have picked your 2 and 4 door right there, just being BMW.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you for joining today, and of course, Phil, thanks for being my. Well, he is special. I mean, look at him; he's got a sling. So he's a special guest, of course, of the evening, and missed you at the auto show. Next year, we got a lot of stuff coming up this year, of course.
Yes,
we do got the April up-to-date video that's going to be coming up next week. We'll let you know what's all going on next month, and I'll be honest, it's some big stuff. It's some good stuff. We do have the KC Cars and Coffee event that we have yet to go to for this year because it's the first one. So, you can check that out. If you're up to it, Mr. Gimpy, that you could maybe come out to do some cars and coffee.
Yeah, I think what's going to wind up happening is that you're going to wind up having to drive my car out there because I'm just not going to let it sit.
That's going to be an absolute terrible time. That's going to be absolutely terrible. I mean, who in the heck would want to drive a Shelby GT350?
Oh, what a shame.
To a car event.
Oh, God, you just feel so bad about it.
I know. I'm about ready to
it's killing you.
Oh,
I'm
feeling sick.
Losing sleep.
Sick.
Oh.
Before I get too sick, though, I just want to say to all you cravers out there, just remember.
Phil from KC. Craving cars? What? I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know if I can get that right. It's all you cravers out there. Keep
craving. Keep it craving.
Man. Butcher.
Oh, man.
Oh, what are we going to do?
Oh, my gosh. We need more practice.
We're fading out. Fading this out.
We're going down.
See you
Going
later.
down. Oh man.
I think we'll go with that take. We're good. I think we're good.
I hope that works out.
And that's a wrap. And of course, don't forget about the up-to-date video that's coming here real soon. That's going to cover all your stuff in April. And just remember to click over here to find some really cool stuff to watch. Like, for instance, yeah, the auto show. Yeah, take a look at that, since that's what we're discussing. Okay, you can watch something down here too. You know, click on that while you're at it. And of course, boom, hit this bad boy right there. Yep, subscribe. Yep, keeps you up to date. Love ya.